Raila Odinga has suffered yet another major blow. Florence Mutua, who has been one of his key pillars in Busia County, has officially ditched ODM Party. I'm just trying to get the message from Mutua. Now, this is what Mutua updated on her official Twitter handle. I have since resigned as ODM Deputy Secretary General. I have served the party with the dedication and commitment so desired. It has been an honor to have been a part of the biggest party in Kenya. Now, with that statement, Florence Mutua, who was one of Raila Odinga's key points person from Busia County, is no longer an official of the party. In fact, if you read this statement, she has just resigned as the Deputy Secretary General. And if you ask me, Florence Mutua is going to leave ODM Party ultimately. And that's a major blow to Raila Odinga. And while going through Florence Mutua's statement, another friend of mine, Jimmy Boni, is also posting something here that after 6 years as a paid-up life member of ODM Party, it is time to forge a different path. Valuable lessons learned. Let's see what the future holds. Jim Boni is a friend of mine from Nyatike. We've done so much with him. He's also a very good writer, and he fought a good fight while in ODM Party. So there is a question which I want us to ask ourselves. How is this defection or move by Florence Mutua going to affect Raila Odinga? How is it a blow? Because most of you guys will argue that Raila Odinga is an institution. And the fact that Florence Mutua has decided to resign as the Deputy Secretary General of the party is not a big deal. It is a very big deal. Before we get into all those details, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without the support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let us get back to the main issue. Why is this defection serious in terms of Raila Odinga's politics? I want to be a bit brief because I don't want to consume much of your time. Number one, it reduces the value of ODM Party. There's normally in politics what is called perceptional value. How people perceive a party to be strong. The truth of the matter is that ODM Party, in my view, is still a very strong political party. But with this defection, because it's not only Florence Mutua, I know so many people who have told me personally that they are no longer interested in ODM Party activities. Even Governor Kidero the other day indicated that he's no longer associated with Raila Odinga and therefore would be supporting William Ruto. The truth is, there is a perceptional value which is now going outside there that ODM is reducing. And I don't know how Raila will deal with that. Maybe they have a strategy. And for me, if I were to advise Raila Odinga, the only thing he needs is to make sure that two things are done. Number one is that elected officials of a major political party should not be elected members of parliament. So we should have a party where we have Secretary General, Chairman, and the rest coming from outside the elected members of parliament or senators or governors. So that once you are an official and the moment you want to run for an office, you leave that position. So that's one thing I think Raila Odinga should do. The second thing he needs to do is to allow for party elections. Because so far, I don't know, remember the last time ODM conducted their party elections, especially the Youth League. I'm talking of Youth League because I was once interested in Youth League elections. And from the moment it failed, I think that was in 2013, up to now, no Youth League election has ever happened in ODM Party. So perceptional value will go down, that ODM people are leaving. Why are people leaving? So that's important. Number two, the retention rate. The rate at which Raila Odinga is retaining allies. You know, you can lose election the way Florence Mutua lost the election because, you know, she served as the women rep for 2 terms. In the last election, she wanted to be the governor, which she never succeeded in. Maybe Raila Odinga wanted her to become something in government. Of course, she would have managed to get that, but no, that has not happened. So the question is the retention rate of ODM party. How is Raila Odinga retaining his allies? If you compare Raila Odinga to William Ruto, for example, William Ruto has this ability to retain his allies, and because the retention rate in ODM is low, those who are allied to Raila Odinga, you know, he retains them. Once they achieve whatever they want, they leave. You know, it will create a narrative that Raila Odinga doesn't reward his people. Even people like Florence Mutua, who really gained much from ODM party, you know, you can just use that to claim, okay, Raila Odinga is not able to retain his key allies. Personally, I'm hurt by the move by Mutua because Mutua is a personal friend. I actually managed to campaign for her, not in this election, in the last election I used to go there with Eli Dowalo. I know she's also a very good friend to Eli Dowalo. And, you know, by that time we were still in ODM party. So we used to campaign for her a lot. So personally, her leaving ODM party would be a blow. So number 3 is the question about ODM internal dispute resolution mechanism. Because, Florence Mutua is addressing ODM party through a tweet. Why did that happen? Is it possible that she could not submit the resignation to the ODM secretariat so that maybe the chairperson or the secretary general would receive? After receiving, then probably notify the party leader, or maybe she would have addressed the party leader directly. Because if Raila Odinga is going to receive this news just the way I received it through tweet, it means there is something lacking in ODM party, especially how they resolve internal disputes. And it's not only Florence Mutua who has issues with how disputes are resolved in ODM party. Normally, the attitude is, if you can't, weacha. You know, okwasaichi. The attitude of kamutaki, wacha. So I think Raila Odinga will have to figure out, or maybe create a department, if he hopes to retain ODM party. Because ODM party is a very strong party, even right now. He must come up with an internal dispute resolution mechanism. I know this matter of Florence Mutua, maybe there are certain things she wanted to be done this way, that way, probably never happened. Maybe in Busia, because after she failed to garner enough votes to be the gubernatorial candidate, Utuma was nominated. Maybe as part of an agreement, some of her people were supposed to be nominated at the county assembly, or some of them want to be nominated as cabinet in Busia. You know, those things are normally there. But maybe she was shortchanged. And in case that happened, how is ODM resolving such matters internally before they get out? So the internal dispute resolution mechanism is something which is really a problem within ODM party. It's also going to affect Raila Odinga. Number 4, the timing. You know, Raila Odinga is out of the country. William Ruto is now the president of the Republic of Kenya. And in an ordinary situation, Raila Odinga would have wanted a situation where right now, all his flocks were going to be together. William Ruto would want a situation right now where anybody who is leaving ODM, he can actually be encouraged to leave. And even if they're not joining his side, then they're just encouraged to leave. So this is the point in time where Raila Odinga would not wish any of his flocks out. And lastly, I think it's also the element of fatigue. I think there are people who have really supported Raila Odinga for a long time. People like Mutua, they have been lucky, they've been elected at least twice, now they have pension. But there are people who are now fatigued. They're tired. They started supporting Raila Odinga a long time ago. The journey to Canaan has been elusive. They don't see that hope. That's why they're leaving. And then they're seeing hope the other side. Because it's always said, the pasture is always green the other side. So they're seeing hope on the other side. So I think people are just trying to find space elsewhere. You see, like, if you read Jim Boni's statement, it's like he's been a member of ODM for 6 good years, paid up member, and is trying his luck the other side, elsewhere, which is not specified. So for me, I think the news of Florence Mutua is going to be a major blow for Raila Odinga. And if there are any other people who are planning to leave, he has the option of reaching out to them. Maybe convene ODM meeting to resolve some of the outstanding issues. Without that, having lost the election, Raila Odinga's words might not be as powerful as they used to be. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.